So right now I'm riding through, I think we're on the New Jersey Turnpike right now. I guess there's gonna be, let me see what this sign say. This sign right here say, Golden State Parkway, Route 9. I guess that's, it says we're in Woodbridge, giving us options for Woodbridge, but I'm thinking we might be passing through New York right now. I ain't sure, but I wanted to, yeah, there it says New Jersey Turnpike, but I wanted to kind of holler at y'all for a second about what they call the culture. You know, everybody likes to say, oh, we doing it for the culture. If you are a fan of like battle rap and stuff like that, or just the hip hop world in general, they always talk about the culture. You know, if you're a fan of like the URL and Smack and all those guys, you know, they say we're gonna do this battle for the culture, or I'm doing this this song for the culture. And the more I hear it, the less I can identify on what the culture actually is. What is the culture? Because you know, I've been told once before that the culture is actually what people are doing. Now, people have different reasons that they go into, you know, cultural behavior. But as of recently, we have Megan Thee Stallion. You got Young Thug. You got one of the members of the Migos been shot and killed. You got one of Gucci Mane artists that within the last couple of hours, maybe last 24 hours or so, last 36 hours, has been reportedly have passed away from taking, you know, fake pills, fake perks. So right now, it's kind of leaving me in suspense to wonder what exactly is the culture that they keep speaking of. Because most of what they're speaking of is a deteriorating lifestyle that they're calling culture. You know, from years previous to these years that we're in now, you know, you had a group of people that were looking to get themselves from being at the bottom of the barrel and try to make some sense out of being here in America with no type of guidance and no type of backing from another nation or no type of backing from another group of people as a support group. And now those same group of people that were at the bottom of the barrel trying to get themselves to the top have been put in a position where you have money now. But the things that seem to erode the values that were placed in the culture, had a call coming in, sorry about that. But the values that were, you know, put into the culture are being eroded from the culture. They have this saying that they like to say, started by YG, stay dangerous. Okay? And I want to know, stay dangerous to who? Because the people that speak of staying dangerous are not being, they're not staying dangerous to anybody but the people that look like them. So what's the point of being dangerous? You're not dangerous to the people that are coming into your neighborhoods buying up all the property. You're not dangerous to them. know, you have so many different little cliche slogans that people like to use that really just shows that the culture that people are claiming to be a part of is starting to look like an artificial construct. It's not real. You know, different breeds of people. You have different breeds of people that make up culture and make up what people define as culture. And the actual hip-hop culture that people are liking to identify with now is basically turning into a culture of ignorance. The reason why I say that is you have a lot of money that's floating around the entertainment world, that's floating around the hip-hop world, whether it be money from entertainment from people that are doing music or people that are athletes. There's a lot of money that has been distributed to these people, and these people will identify being part of the culture, so to speak. And the ignorance that's left as the hallmark, of the culture, the ignorance that's left behind is easily shown when you have millions and millions of dollars being given to people that are athletes and people that are in the entertainment world, whether it be acting, singing, or whatever. But out of all that money, all those millions of dollars that have been passed out to entertainers, athletes, out of all that money, still left with nothing when it comes to the culture, whatever that culture is. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to put your finger on exactly what the culture is, because about maybe 15, 20 years ago, the culture was wearing Sean John, wearing Rocawear, wearing Snoop Dogg gear, wearing Outkast gear, Fat Farm, FUBU. You had a cultural kind of renaissance then. But now, your culture has been hijacked by the Fendi, Balenciaga, Gucci, Prada, Armani, Louis Vuitton. Your culture has been hijacked. So the culture that everyone speaks of is artificial. It's not real. That culture lies in the hands of people that can direct and orchestrate what they want the culture to be. And all they let you do is come and play dress up in the culture that they are directing. I hope I'm making sense to you. Because the culture that supposedly belonged to you has been dissected, put up under a microscope, spun around in a tube, and now a new product of that culture has been given to you. And you're steady hollering culture, and you don't know what culture actually is anymore. It seems real funny that the culture, when I was a young person or a young man or whatever you want to call it, the culture to have people addicted to substance wouldn't have been accepted in culture when I was coming up 30 years ago. You have guys now that are, just like I said earlier, Gucci Mane's artist Big Scar supposedly passing away over substance abuse. They said Pimp C died from substance abuse. They said Juice WRLD died from substance abuse. Now, whether these people passed away from these things or not, it's kind of irrelevant, because the fact still stands that they did abuse certain substances. So if the reason, I don't want to get into conspiracy theories and stuff like that, but if the reason that they were transitioned from this life that we live into a different life, or whatever you want to call it, they may or may not have transitioned because of a substance abuse, but we know why they were here. They were abusing certain substances. At one time, it's kind of like they've married on the rock and roll into the hip hop. At one time, the culture, it was taboo for you to use cocaine, for you to pop pills. At one time, that was taboo. Substance abuse. But yeah, at one time it was against the culture for you to abuse certain substances. And when you have groups like 3 6 Mafia, people like Future, that come in and they talk about these substances, Molly, Percocets, Vicodins, footballs, as they like to call them, and make it a little less fearful for you to go out and try these substances. They're kind of giving you some training wheels through their music for you to go out and try these substances that are going to be the downfall of your lifestyle. This is true. You may think I'm just running off at the mouth, but when you sit back and you look at it for what it is, then you can understand that substance abuse will be the detriment of your lifestyle. It will be your downfall. Some people can handle substance abuse better than others. But when you're talking about the culture is being viewed from the outside, where they're just looking at, feed them substance abuse. The ones who can get by, they'll get by. The ones who can't will capitalize off of. You know, if you have a nation full of people that are not using substances and not being entertained by ignorance on TikTok and all that kind of stuff like that, if you have a nation full of people that are looking for one common goal, then you'll have a big change in what they call the culture in that people. I ain't want to talk to y'all all day. I just had that on my mind. But anyway, as I always say, don't lighten up, tighten up. I gotta see a man.